Predict demand impact is supply software for a specific operational decision, forecasts how identified causal factors will affect future demand using multivariate models. This video explains what the tool does, why the workflow matters, and how the output becomes useful decision evidence. The problem is that supply teams often manage this workflow with scattered inputs, inconsistent review rules, and manual interpretation. At quarantadue.ai, every MCP workflow starts from the real tool interface, not from a generic prompt. The goal is simple. Keep the expert in control while the system structures the evidence. Inputs, reasoning, and outputs stay connected in one reviewable flow. Now the results become easier to compare, easier to review, and easier to explain. Predict demand impact narrows that process into a repeatable model so teams can compare cases without rebuilding the logic each time. Predict demand impact starts with a defined input contract. Typical inputs include baseline weekly demand, price elasticity of demand, marketing effectiveness, planned marketing spend, and competitive pressure index. Keeping these fields explicit reduces ambiguity and makes every run easier to audit. The workflow then applies calculate the change in demand units resulting from the planned price adjustment based on the baseline demand and price elasticity coefficient. Calculate the increase in demand units generated by the planned marketing spend, accounting for the effectiveness coefficient and diminishing returns. Calculate the demand adjustment due to competitive market pressure, which reduces demand when competitors are strong, especially if our price increases. Calculate the total forecasted weekly demand by summing the baseline demand with all impact components, price, marketing, competition, and then applying the seasonal multiplier. And calculate the percentage change in demand from the historical baseline to the new forecast, indicating the overall impact of all factors. This keeps the process deterministic, reviewable, and aligned with how supply teams actually make decisions. Predict demand impact returns structured outputs such as forecast weekly demand, demand change versus baseline, impact from price change, forecast volatility risk, and demand forecast buildup. These outputs are designed to support review, reporting, comparison, and follow-up actions. The value of predict demand impact is not just automation, it is a controlled way to turn repeated supply work into a documented business process with clear inputs, transparent logic, and reusable outputs.